Welcome back to I'm Still Here. I'm Larry.
And I'm Heather. In 1998, I was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. It changed everything for us, but I'm still here. And today,
We have someone else here.
this is Ty, our son. And we wanted to talk a little bit to him about how cancer has impacted him and just his whole story, because it's pretty cool, we think. So, hi, Ty.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going good.
So why don't you start with who the heck are you?
Yeah.
Alright, well, my name is Ty Jose. I was born in India.
Mm-hmm.
I was adopted by the age of 1.5 about.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's all you know? And that's it, huh?
yeah, that's about it right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
How old are you?
I'm 21 right now.
mm-hmm. What are some of your favorite things to do?
For me, probably making music right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hanging out with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And
For those of you who don't know, if you hear before the podcast or right after the podcast, that is Ty.
yeah, I do. I made the intro
Made
to
the
this
song.
podcast.
So he also goes by Sanjay, which is what?
Yeah.
Why?
I chose Sanjay for my music name because that was the name I was given in India, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a real version of me as well, so I chose to do that for my artist name.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we've talked a little bit about the adoption story, but when we started kind of looking for Ty, actually the month he was born, so it took us a long time to find him and for him to come home or whatever. But it's been quite a process, it was quite a process, and he kind of came here and hit the ground running, I think, in terms of just being a part of our family and all of those sort of things. I think you were sort of at the perfect age, 18 months, where you transitioned to speaking English without a problem.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't develop
Yeah,
an accent from my
No.
previous country.
You were
so-
just putting words together at that point
Yeah.
in India and you weren't really speaking the language yet. So I think that maybe made it easier, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what are your, and this might be cheating because of videos and pictures and all that, but what's your first, memories of being here?
I mean, I would probably go back to when we were living at the house in Metastatic, right off 60th Avenue there.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, probably when I was younger, my youngest memories would probably be, being around that house. I mean, I remember we had a big party there once, and there was, a piñata, I think.
Yeah. I think that was...
I don't know. I think
yeah.
it's probably just playing around that house with Sydney and...
Mm-hmm.
I don't even... I mean, my memories... I'm losing my memory as I get older.
As you get older.
But, yeah, just meeting people. I mean, definitely seeing a lot of new faces as I came here.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that was...
Ty got here right at the beginning of football season, which for us, for our family, is go time. So
Yeah.
he did kind of
Came right into the...
came into the mix of
swing of
everything.
things instantly.
Exactly. So, can I ask you? I mean, we don't live in an area that's super diverse.
No, we do not.
What do you think? Has that impacted you over time?
Even go back to high school.
Yeah.
Go back to that time.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely impacted me, I think, from the beginning, through grade school, younger grades, but as I got older, it didn't really bother me that much.
So, go back to that then? What do you mean it impacted you?
I was just
noticing
there
you were
wasn't
different?
many people of color in my school,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody was basically just white,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't, but I didn't really think of it differently because I didn't really, until I started to get older,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah, we live in an area where even...
it doesn't really bother me. It never really bothered me like that.
Okay.
I never really let it get under my skin.
I always think of things differently, too. I remember, people make comments sometimes about, oh, you must be adopted because. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And kind of paint it in a negative light. Or,
yeah, I mean...
I always thought of that different.
A lot of people growing up definitely didn't know what I was. A lot of people mistaken me for African American or
Yeah.
something else, but that wasn't the case always.
And you did, like in high school, you did have a lot of black friends.
Well, the few that there are.
I'm saying, I mean, yeah, they're.
I mean, those are still my best friends to this day.
Yeah.
But because you hung out with them, I think people just assumed.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. Right. Well, this isn't an area where there's a lot of diversity, so
no, this is a very
the education of some of that is lacking, I would say. So, can you tell me, like, tell me your take on me having cancer? Because I've heard you kind of say before, like, if I didn't have cancer.
Well, yeah, cancer is probably one of the worst things somebody can be diagnosed with, but her getting diagnosed with that changed my life completely. So it brought me to America, I would say.
Yeah.
Because if she never had cancer, I don't think they would have ever looked to adopt. And once they did that, then it changed my whole life completely. And I don't know what my life would have been like, or if I would have even had one, but I know that I was blessed by cancer because it brought me here, and it gave me a great life.
Do you have any memories of, like, when you were younger, and it kind of the realization of, oh, mom's going through some stuff or whatever, or tests or that kind of stuff, and we freaked out a little bit every now and then. Did that ever like hit you and go, oh, this is real?
I don't think I ever really understood. I mean, I remember her going to like chemotherapy.
You used to go with me to my appointments, actually.
And stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't think I ever realized the severity of what you actually were diagnosed with until I got to obviously till I'm older and understood more. But
so it wasn't something that seemed scary, really, to you, because it was just part of our lives.
Yeah, it was just normal.
Do you remember going? I just thought of that. Do you remember going to those appointments with me when you were little?
In Mount Pleasant?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember getting Hershey's bar.
Yeah.
Hershey bars.
The oncologist there would always give
Indian
him...
guy.
He was also Indian.
Yeah.
He loved Thai, and he would give Thai chocolate every time. So...
Yeah.
Yeah, there probably weren't many, like, you were probably 3 or 4 at the time, toddling around the chemo room, but
yeah,
you rocked it out. We weren't there for too long, but yeah, I don't know, in terms of cancer, I do remember we've told this story before about you coming in one time, you'd been with Dad, and you're like, Mom, you're a freak. Dad says you're a freak.
I probably did say that.
But it was just kind of the realization that that I, my success or being healthy for as long as I had been was a kind of a big deal. So
yeah,
yes, yeah.
You're a miracle. You're a walking miracle.
Yeah. Well, I think I mean, I don't know. Again, nobody wants cancer, but you're proof that good comes from bad.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, special case, I guess. I mean.
Still waiting for Mom to write a book, though.
Yeah,
I know.
She's got to write a book with me eventually. That'll be happening.
Yeah, the first book that I wrote was called Letters to Sydney, so Ty's feeling a little bit like that's not fair.
She did say she would.
I know.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, we can collaborate on it now. You're a good writer, so.
No, I'm not saying I like cancer, but it definitely brought a lot to my life in positive ways because...
So how much do you wonder, like if you were living in India now, like do you ever let yourself go, like,
Yeah, I mean, I think about it all the time because, first of all my friends are always asking me about it.
Oh, okay.
And it's definitely something that comes to my mind often now that I'm older.
Yeah.
How different my life could be, or when things are going bad for me, possibly they could be a whole lot worse.
What picture do you have of India in your head when you think of, I'd be living in India? What is that?
Well, my friends like to tell me I was probably a prince or some sort in royalty, but no, I'd imagine it would probably be poverty and looking to get food all the time and water.
Kind of
I don't know. I just don't know. I never really have done a lot of research into the Indian culture and stuff like that. But it does interest me. I mean, I don't know. I
worry I guess not worry, but I think about like how I mean, because you were raised in, the middle of the Midwest, like, obviously you wouldn't, and we didn't do any sort of justice to, like, cultural traditions or things like that. I think trying to fit back into that culture would also be a huge challenge. Not to say that you...
Oh, yeah. I mean...
I
couldn't tell you anything about India, really, unless it's where I was born, or...
Yeah.
That's about
culture-wise.
it. I just don't... It was never a part of my life, other than the fact that that's where I'm from.
Mm-hmm. And do you want to go back?
It'd be cool to visit, I mean, I think. But I don't have any desire to go back there anytime